distribution of total body fluid, intracellular and extracellular compartments, body fluids. The total body water in adults of average build is about 40 litres, around 60% of body weight. This proportion is higher in babies and young people and in adults below average weight. It is lower in the elderly and in obesity in all age groups. About 22% of body weight is extracellular water and about 38% is intracellular water. It is also lower in females than males because females have proportionately more adipose than muscle tissue than males, and adipose tissue is only 10% water compared to 75% of muscle tissue. Extracellular fluid. The extracellular fluid, ECF, consists mainly of blood, plasma, lymph, cerebrospinal fluid, and fluid in the interstitial spaces of the body. Other extracellular fluids are present in very small amounts. Their role is mainly in lubrication, and they include joint, synovial fluid, pericardial fluid around the heart, and pleural fluid around the lungs. Interstitial or intercellular fluid. Interstitial or intercellular fluid, tissue fluid, bathes all the cells of the body except the outer layers of skin. It is the medium through which substances diffuse from blood to body cells and from cells to blood. Every body cell in contact with ECF is directly dependent upon the composition of that fluid for its well-being intracellular fluid. The composition of intracellular fluid, ICF, is largely controlled by the cell itself because there are selective uptake and discharge mechanisms present in the cell membrane. In some respects, the composition of ICF is very different from ECF. For example, sodium levels are nearly 10 times higher in the ECF than in the ICF. Major electrolytes and maintenance of homeostasis. Major electrolytes, electrolytes. An ionic compound, e.g. sodium chloride, dissolved in water is called an electrolyte because it conducts electricity. Electrolytes are important body constituents because they conduct electricity, essential for muscle and nerve function, exert osmotic pressure. Keeping body fluids in their own compartments act as buffers to resist pH changes in body fluids. Important electrolytes other than sodium and chloride include potassium, calcium, bicarbonate, and phosphate. Maintenance of homeostasis. Homeostasis. The composition of the internal environment is tightly controlled, and this fairly constant state is called homeostasis. The internal environment is the water-based medium in which body cells exist. The external environment surrounds the body and is the source of oxygen and nutrients required by all body cells. Control systems. Homeostasis is maintained by control systems that detect and respond to changes in the internal environment. A control system has three basic components: detector, control center, and effector. The control center determines the limits within which the variable factor should be maintained. It receives an input from the detector or sensor and integrates the incoming information. When the incoming signal indicates that an adjustment is needed, the control center responds, and its output to the effector is changed. This is a dynamic process that allows constant readjustment of many physiological variables. Nearly all are controlled by negative feedback mechanisms. Negative feedback means that any movement of such a control system away from its normal set point is negated, reversed. Positive feedback is much less common. Example of a physiological negative feedback mechanism: control of body temperature. Homeostatic imbalance. This arises when the fine control of a variable factor in the internal environment is inadequate and its level falls outside the normal range. If the control system cannot maintain homeostasis, an abnormal state develops that may threaten health or even life itself.